Hey guys, welcome back to HRG TV. Driving a 2023 Ford Maverick. Now overall, I actually do really like the Maverick, but there are a few things that I just don't like about it. If I had to really pick one thing that I don't really like about this particular Maverick is just the cheapness of the interior. I can't stand a plastic steering wheel. Low level of luxury in the interior is kind of a downer. I mean, it's sort of a get what you pay for situation. These aren't very expensive relative to full-size trucks and more luxury vehicles. Now this is an XLT, of course, and I know the higher trim levels like Lariat will have a better interior, but it doesn't change the fact that this is all plastic. Even on the Lariat, this is all gonna be plastic stuff. This car has a 2-liter EcoBoost, which is the same one that's in the Bronco Sport, but I gotta say, objectively, this thing is nowhere near as fast. That's the first thing I'm noticing right away about this car, is that it just doesn't have the same get up and go, as it were, that I was expecting. Things I do not like about the Maverick. The touchscreen is microscopic. You know, the other thing I don't really like is when you get out of this thing, the door handle or the armrest here has a big hole in it. This has already happened to me where I opened up the door and reached over to catch the door so it didn't fling open, and I missed. Which at the time didn't matter, but if you were parked next to a really nice car or something like that, you would definitely be handing out door dings. This is a kind of a trivial thing to some people, but you know, it's kind of a big deal for me that rear seat passengers have no USB connections. There is no way to charge other than your standard 12-volt cigarette lighter plug, which, I mean, it's 2023. These things need to be addressed. The Maverick does not come with a locking bed cover. People can just reach in and grab whatever they want. So this has happened to a friend of mine. He went to Lowe's and had some power saws in the bed, only went in for a minute, and when he came back, all his tools were gone. It doesn't come with it. Santa Cruz does. Another thing I'm gonna say is a detriment to this truck is it does not have the rear bumper step. That's something I use all the time on the Santa Cruz. It's nice to have if you want to just reach in and something that's kind of at the front. You can just step on that, reach in and grab whatever it is. You can't do that on this. You have to either step on the tire or put the tailgate down to get in. The Maverick does not have an illuminated visor mirror. I will admit this is trivial, but if you're a girl and you like to, you know, check your makeup or whatever, and it's dark, let's say you're going somewhere, they cheaped out a little bit on that. This one has the good old poverty key that you got to put in and turn. It's like so much extra work. I think that might not matter to some people, but when you've had the push button, it's like, you're fiddling around for your keys, and it's like, that's annoying. Even though this thing has all-wheel drive, don't confuse it for an off-road vehicle. This is not an off-road vehicle. Case in point, there are only a couple of drive modes, and none of them include off-road. So I would not take this thing off-road, not just because it doesn't have the drive modes and it comes with regular street tires on it. There is no underbody protection on this car. It's basically got felt skid plates, if you could call such a thing. So there's no protection under the engine, no protection under the belly of the vehicle. It's all just felt under there. So if you're going in any kind of off-road capacity, as soon as you run over a berm or a log or anything like that, all that stuff's gonna get ripped out. I'm sure it's for aerodynamics or whatever. The FX4 is very different. Now, the FX4 is the same thing, same drivetrain, same engine, all that other stuff, but it has factory skid plates and better off-road tires from the factory. So if you do plan on taking a Maverick off-road, definitely get the FX4 package. Now, with that said, we obviously do manufacture lift kits that fit XLT, hybrid, and FX4. So you could have the extra clearance and off-road tires and have the look of off-road, but I still would not take this thing off-road. And you're talking to a guy that takes a lot of cars that don't make sense off-road and does stuff with them they shouldn't probably do. Bad weather conditions would probably be fine. Obviously, it's 4-wheel drive, so it's gonna do really well in the snow and the ice and all that, but not a rock crawler. All right, guys, that's pretty much it. I appreciate you watching to the end. I'll see you in the next video.